Thinking they was finna dance.
No.
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach.
To be gay in Hollywood, you never expected. They be having these big mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms, and you around and look in the wrong room, and nigga, come here. Is that two niggas kissing?
Though Katt Williams just spoke up on Terrence Howard's recent comments about Diddy, and he's uncovering the real reason why Terrence was supposedly muted by Hollywood. Terrence recently dropped some major rumors on the PBD Podcast, talking about how celebs had to forfeit their masculinity to climb to the top. But years before Terrence chose to open up, Katt Williams was already out here revealing the same sketchy Hollywood plot, and everyone was calling him crazy. But now it looks like these two might team up to uncover even more industry secrets, and buzz is spreading that there even might be a podcast coming. So what exactly did Katt share about this whole matter with Terrence Howard and Diddy? And are Katt and Terrence truly about to join forces to reveal even more about these celebrities who lost their masculinity at Diddy gatherings? Let's unpack this.
You a grown ass man. You gotta leave Diddy party like that. You can't even sit down in the car. You gotta drive all the way home, standing up.
So I'm sure you've all heard by now that Terrence Howard recently stopped by the PBD Podcast and revealed some serious tea about how many celebs surrendered their masculinity at those Diddy parties just to climb to the top.
When you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Now, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been.
But it doesn't end there. Terrence took it further and claimed this was precisely what happened with those celebrities who've been seen partying with Diddy over the years.
All the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing got punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You should have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there, because they get fluid, and next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
And then Terrence revealed a major truth, sharing that Diddy actually made a move on him and tried to charm him. Terrence said that Diddy first came to him acting like he needed an acting coach and later pretended to be interested in his music. But when Terrence's assistant warned him about Diddy's real motives, Terrence immediately cut all contact.
Edward, you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I'm playing the music, and he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to. That's what my assistant said. I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication.
But Terrence also shared Diddy wasn't the only one hitting on him. He said he had similar experiences with other producers who came to him with sketchy proposals. But Terrence wasn't having it and quickly shut that behavior down. He did admit that keeping that firm mindset cost him some big opportunities in the industry.
A number of producers come in to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in it.
Now, as you'd imagine, social media exploded after Terrence's interview went viral, mostly because we haven't, interview image 521, heard any other major Hollywood actor outright say Diddy tried to charm. But see, Terrence isn't the first known figure speaking up on this. Years before others caught on, Katt Williams tried to warn us about Diddy, but nobody paid attention. Katt even told Fat Joe that Diddy once invited him to dinner and Katt had to turn him down.
I owe you a dinner, man. I obviously can't afford to get anything else.
Like I told Puppy, I don't let men take me out, sir. I'm good. I'll do no dinner.
And then last year, during his viral talk on Club Shay, Katt took it further, saying he had to turn down Diddy's moves several times.
Turned down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
So now that Terrence Howard has come forward, sharing he had a similar moment with Diddy and had to say no, Katt is showing major backing for him. In fact, there were even whispers floating around that Katt and Terrence might start a podcast where they'll dish all the tea about their industry experiences. Now, nothing's confirmed yet, but fans are already losing it, because if these two grab the mic together, who knows what kind of messy industry truths they'll reveal. One fan on X said, interview image 6482703, will someone please get Terrence Howard and Katt Williams together in a room? If they could pull off a podcast together, it would instantly become the most gripping and wild media creation ever made. And another person added, got to love Terrence Howard and Katt Williams also, he's of the same mindset. And this fan's got a point, because Katt and Terrence have stood united when it comes to the entertainment business and the scheme they feel is targeting the demasculinization of black men. By now, you've probably heard Katt revive the discussion about the supposed plot in Hollywood, where black male actors are reportedly pushed into wearing dresses before they reach A-list status. And now, sources claim Terrence Howard is one of the many actors who got frozen out for saying no to the dress. Now, this whole idea of Hollywood forcing a softer image onto black men isn't fresh, and multiple black comedians and actors have called it out. Take Eddie Griffin for example. He was one of the first to criticize Hollywood for making black actors and comedians dress in drag on screen. Eddie spilled the beans on Hollywood's alleged dress-wearing agenda back in 1999 during his film Foolish, where he not only acted but also penned the script. In Foolish, Eddie plays Miles Foolish Ways, an up-and-coming comedian trying to break into Hollywood. Now here's the crazy part. There's this unforgettable moment where the studio heads are literally trying to convince Foolish to wear a dress for a role, saying all the A-listers have done it.
It's never been done before. 3 lovable drag queens driving cross-country, helping middle America solve its problems.
Y'all want me to wear a dress?
Foolish, this isn't a throwaway role. You'll be carrying the emotional energy of the movie.
Man, it's not that I don't appreciate the offer, because I do, but there's a lot of money involved.
We're talking a major motion picture here, Foolish.
I don't know, man.
Harrison.
That's Harrison. So I guess that's me.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
I ain't feeling that, man. Can I say something that every actor probably want to say to a couple of gentlemen like yourselves?
Sure. Anything you want to say. Go ahead.
Yeah. Kiss my black.
Now jump ahead to 2006, and Dave Chappelle drops the tea on Oprah's show, telling a shocking tale where he was supposedly pushed to wear a dress for a movie with Martin Lawrence. And the way he laid it out, it was like something straight out of Foolish. Nah, I'm not doing that.
Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that. That should have been in the discussion. What? You don't feel comfortable with it? I mean, it's a hilarious bit. All the greats have done it.
Now when Kevin Hart was later asked about Dave's story, he just brushed it off, saying that kind of thing.
Definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you know, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross.
But just a few years after, Kevin was in an SNL bit wearing a dress, and that moment seemed to shift his career big time. Suddenly, his fame and success skyrocketed. And some say it's all thanks to that dress scene on SNL, but the dress topic doesn't stop there. Katt Williams stepped in, saying the whole dress matter is tied to whether or not you decide to side with the Illuminati.
You know, some of us make choices. I think it's not a biggest choice for others. I'm saying at the end of the day, Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress wearing people before him. So now we have Big Mama's house 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next. Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them.
Now back then, most folks wrote off Katt's comments as just wild talk. But now, people are starting to rethink what he said, believing there could be some truth to it, especially after Katt stood firm on the claims again last year during his Club Shay appearance. He even said Martin Lawrence tried to get him to wear his first dress for Big Mama's house. But when Katt refused, Brandon T. Jackson stepped up and took the role.
He tell me, Katt, when I come back, I need you. You my young partner, you my brother in comedy. When I come back, just promise me that my next movie, it'll be me and you. We gonna do it together. We gonna do some buddy cop. I said, Martin, you got my mother word. Go do what you gotta do. When you come back, I'm in your movie. Don't trip. I don't need to see the script or nothing. You know, we get in that office and this fool pull out Big Mama's house too. I almost died. And I gotta read this script from all these good white people. Where this want me to get in a dress with him. And I'm literally saying to everybody, why is he in a dress again? You already played the old lady as an FBI agent. We can play anything now. We can be playing a dog catcher this time. Why do we need to be in a dress? And I get so mad, I say, you don't want me. You want Brandon T. Jackson. And that's who they went and got. Twice I said it, they went and got him. Just like I'm telling you, I had that other dude's work. I had all of it. All I did was say, I want to...
Back to Terrence Howard. Some fresh reports have surfaced suggesting that the whole dress thing was one of the key reasons he was frozen out of Hollywood. When asked about the talk that he was let go from Iron Man 2 because of anger issues and being hard to work with, Terrence quickly denied that and made it clear he wasn't going to let Hollywood execs define what a black man should look like on screen. Interview image 1246-1331. According to Terrence, black actors are being urged to adopt a more feminine vibe if they want to rise to the top. He said, "My daddy taught me, never take the vertebrae out of your back or the base out of your throat. I ain't raising sheep. I raised men. Stay a man. Everything is androgynous. You know, the more successful men now are the effeminate." And then in another fresh interview, Terrence went even stronger, standing firm on his belief that Hollywood has an issue with strong black men. He also pointed out that only white men are allowed to be both powerful and non-threatening at the same time. The man has been stripped. Terrence said, with the new formula, most men are made to be soft and not have their strength or sense of power. They let white men be able to be strong, but when it's black men, it's viewed as dangerous. He also added, "I don't want to remove a few chromosomes to fit in someone's script. So I feel they need to broaden their stories to let men be men and still respect a woman's beauty." Now, as you'd guess, the internet is going crazy over this whole debate. Some folks are calling Terrence and Katt conspiracy lovers, saying that these two need to switch lanes because we've got bigger problems than actors and dresses. But on the flip side, there's a whole crowd of fans giving them serious props for exposing Hollywood's hidden side, and are even hoping these two team up to reveal even more backstage drama about the industry. Now what's your opinion on all this? Are you with the people who think Katt and Terrence are just chasing clout and spreading theories? Or do you believe they're actually uncovering truths that other celebs are too scared to touch? Drop your views below and don't miss this next video.